Good morning. Hello, me again. It is Tuesday. Well, it says live video starting, but it also says live. So, anyways, it is Tuesday, August 4th, and I just did a live a minute ago, about an hour ago, and then I jumped over, checking my email so that I could get up and get over to Sterling Street and do the stuff I need to do over there. But there was an email from Richard Nelson, right? But before we get to that, I did a Facebook Live this morning. Excuse me. Did a Facebook Live this morning talking about specifically how the Hartford Nonprofit Industrial Complex has us right now, and did it like this. Woke up, did my thing, got whatever, and after I finished, I was watching the video. I was like, yo, you'll do, I really don't care what I look like when I'm doing the video. I just want to make sure that the video happens when I'm ready for it to happen, right? Sometimes I might try to do something, but it reminded me because whenever I do this and like my hair is a whole mess and stuff, which is often, I think about Jerry Marie, and this is years ago. So this is when I was working for True Colors, right? And so know that I'm me, crazy me, activist me, but also me in like working in this nonprofit, doing work, trying to do things the right way. And this gay political thing is like really fairly new, right? So gays with political power, new. And then there's the activists who do the work to get them, to get the political ones into those positions, right? And Jerry Marie, old school trans rights activist, and like what I share here, like when you read what I'm going to share in the comments here, you'll probably hear tinges of me, and like that's amazing. And all of us as activists, no matter where you are as an activist, right, know that for a whole lot of brand new people, them walking in, new people walking into the movement and meeting you, you're their introduction and their foundation of what this is, right? So in this pre-essay of another essay that Richard wrote, he talks about some like anti-war stuff and some like queer perspective on that. Like, that's my foundation. Um, but we had just had some meeting, and the important, powerful gays, right? So the ones who I'll say, born on third, think they hit a home run, right? So like born into affluent, middle class, whatever whiteness in that way, and then boom, these activists have created places for them to have political power, and then boom, these folks have political power, right? So these people really weren't down with Jerry Marie in a lot of ways. They weren't down with her politics at all, right? Not at all, but at all, right? They weren't down with the full range of her politics. They wanted to pick and choose and do the trans stuff. And Jerry Marie was just Jerry Marie, right? And so she, I say this with love, and if you love Jerry Marie, please understand, like I'm talking about conversations I had with this one, right? Jerry Marie was good at having a not great wig that was tilted in some kind of a way. And these folks would make fun of her wigs nonstop, right? And like this whole way of like, we know that we can't say stuff about her as a trans woman. We know that we can't really pick apart her politics because her anti-war shit is fucking rock solid. Her union shit, her labor shit, she's got that shit, but we can make fun of her wigs. And they would do that. And so before this meeting, they had done that. And then we had the meeting, and the room kind of cleared out, and we were talking. And I was feeling kind of like, whatever. And she just looked at me and was like, yeah, Kimura, I know they talk about my wigs. I know they talk about me, but that's not important. The important thing is that we get this work done, right? So whenever I do my things, like, they're going to talk about me anyway. Give them the hair, give them the whatever, right? Like, and then, so then I opened up my email, and there is, I'll talk about gay, queer, gay ink, create all the distinctions, like, and it's way too much for just this, right? It's a conversation with questions. Um, and there is in Connecticut a gay lobbying group that has come up with a Jerry Marie Visionary, Trans Visionary Award or something, right? But when I say, like, I think I call this like, is it Sylvia Rivera? Is it Sylvia? Is it Jerry Marie? Um, but they've got this award, and there's going to be a dinner. And I don't know anything about this. I just have what Richard sent, saying, here I'm going to write an essay, and this is why I'm going to write this essay. And then there's a whole essay on why he's going to write this essay that we will all have by August 30th. So by August 30th, I'll be able to share whatever Richard's true essay is. But they're charging $178 for this dinner, which in no way um, class solidarity, interclass solidarity, intersectionality, a bunch of stuff that single issue activists miss when they're doing a thing. So this is really all I have to say because I've got stuff to do. I got to get over to Sterling Street. And all I'm doing here is this is the video to say, look in the comments and read the essay that Richard wrote about Jerry Marie, who we all should learn something from the folks who are the activists, who are the queer activists before it was cool to be a queer activist. And read that. And when the actual real essay happens, I'll be sharing that as well. Have a beautiful day. Be safe. Be great. Peace.